Dear students, today we are going to see about virtual memory in operating system. So virtual memory is nothing but an imaginary memory, because the physical memory space is not enough for all the process to have it. So we are creating a virtual memory where whichever process is not in use by the memory, that will be placed in this virtual memory, and whenever needed those processes will be taken back to main memory for execution. And in this we are going to see demand paging process, how the process is created, and it uses some algorithm for replacing pages, and we are going to see what is page replacement and everything, how the frames are allocated, and what is meant by thrashing, and what is demand segmentation. Everything we are going to see in this chapter. And virtual memory, only a part of the program will be in the main memory, and whichever whenever needed it is taken back to virtual memory. Whenever it is needed from virtual memory, it is taken back to main memory. Actually, logical address space will be more than the physical memory address space. That means logical process are more than the space which is available as physical address space for us. So that's why we are creating a virtual memory for holding all those processes. And virtual memory can be implemented via two methods. One is demand paging, another one is demand segmentation. Demand paging is nothing but the logical address space will be divided into pages. So whichever page is needed, that will be allocated to the frames, which is the division of the physical address space. So whenever the page is needed only, it is going to be placed in frames. That is called as demand paging. Whenever it is demanded, then it is placed. And similarly, another method is demand segmentation. We are going to see all those things. So virtual memory, that is larger than physical memory, that has been given in this diagram. So this is the virtual memory, and you have physical memory and some secondary storage devices there. So we need a memory map table in order to map the pages which is in virtual memory when we are placing it to physical memory, or we need a memory map for physical memory and the secondary storage device. Sometimes we may be using secondary storage devices to place our pages or process. So the memory map is needed for virtual memory and physical memory, and also secondary storage devices. And what is demand paging, and what is the use of demand paging? So bring a page into memory only when it is needed. So whenever the page is asked, you have to bring it to the memory. So what is the advantage of it? Less IO is needed. So if the page is in memory, it may be asking for whether it needs a IO request, whether it has a IO request though. So often it needs to be checked by the operating system. So the less IO is needed and less memory is needed. So the memory space is actually it is utilized in a better way if we use virtual memory, and response will be very faster. So faster response is nothing but the pages which are frequently used, that will be placed in the cache memory also. So not every time you need to do the memory mapping of virtual memory and physical memory. And more users, many number of users can be, or many number of processes can be executed when we use virtual memory. And whenever a page is needed only, it is going to be referred. So for that we are going to have a bit which is called as valid or invalid bit. If any page is not available in the page table, it means the page is not available in the virtual memory. So if any request has been made by the user, means it will be aborted. And suppose if it is not in the main memory, it needs to check it with the virtual OS needs to check it with the virtual memory and or the secondary storage device, and it needs to bring the page into the physical memory. And that has been given in this diagram. So this technique is already we have seen. This technique is called as swapping in memory management. So swapping is nothing but, if needed, the pages will be swapped inside the memory. If it is not needed, the pages will be swapped out of the memory. That has been given here. Main memory here, secondary storage device is there, program A, program B. Two programs are executing. So program A is swapped out. That means it is an executed stage. It has been completed its execution. So the memory space needs to be utilized for other process. That's why we are swapping out that program A, and as program B is needed now, that's why we are swapping in from the secondary storage device or virtual memory to the main memory. And you have a valid or invalid bit. So valid is nothing but a page is available, it is 1. If it is 0, the page is not available, or it is called as invalid bit. And during address translation, if valid or invalid bit in page table entry is 0, that means if the page is not available, means it is called as a page fault in memory. So page fault is nothing but if a process or a page is requested and that page is not available in that memory means, then it is called as page fault. So our main motto, operating system's main motto is the page fault should be decreased, or else every time if the page fault gets increased means, so OS needs to do more work for replacing the memories, or for swapping in and more swapping out needs to be done. That's a tedious process for the operating system. So the performance will get degraded. So that's why page fault should be decreased. So for that you have to use some algorithms for identifying what is the better way of replacing the pages. So this is the diagrammatic representation of whether the page table is in memory or not with the help of valid or invalid bit. You can see here logical memory with some pages and physical memory. In that physical memory only 3 of the pages has been allocated, A, C and F, and all other pages are available in the secondary storage devices. If they want, they can allocate. See the page table, only A, C, F is allocated, therefore 4, 6 and 9th frame is allocated. Only in 4, 6, 9 you will see the second column as valid or invalid bit, it is V. All other pages has been identified with the I, that means invalid. No pages has been available in the physical memory. Right. What is a page fault? If there is ever a reference to a page and that page is not available, then OS will say that as a page fault. So what is the next step is, it needs to bring the page from wherever it is stored into the memory. So if it is an invalid reference, it will abort it, or otherwise if it is a valid reference, it will get an empty frame. In that empty frame, the page will be swapped. Once it has been identified where it is located, the page will be swapped and the tables will be resetted, because a frame has been allocated for the page now in physical memory. So that frame number needs to be allocated in the page table. So tables will be resetted and the validation bit also be updated with 1, and the instruction will be restarted. So we will see this in the diagram. See, load M is the command which has been given, and that M is the M is the page which needs to be referred, but in page table it is invalid, I, it has been referenced as I, that means it's a trap, there is no page available. So the trap message will be given to the operating system, and the operating system will take the next necessary step, that is it will check the backing store whether the M is available over there. If the M is available over there, bring that missing page. That missing page will be brought into the physical memory after finding out a free frame in the physical memory where the M needs to be loaded. So that needs to be identified by the operating system, and that free frame will be allocated with that page, and the frame number will be resetted in the page table. That is the 5th instruction. So after resetting the frame number, again the instruction will be restarted. Now the instruction will get executed, load M. Now the M is available in the particular free frame that is identified in the page table, and it is referenced and taken out for execution. This is what happening whenever a page fault occurs. So these are the workings need to be done by the operating system. So the time will be more taken by the operating system, and also every time if the page fault, if the reference page is not available, the working of operating system gets increased, therefore operating system gets deteriorated. And what happens if there is no free frames? Okay, it has found that particular page or particular thing is in backing storage devices, but it needs to load it into the physical memory only after finding the free frame. So what an operating system will do if there is no free frame? Then it needs to do a page replacement. That is, some pages will not be used by the operating system or CPU for execution for a longer time. Those pages needs to be identified, and that pages needs to be replaced with the new page, whichever is needed by the operating system now. So the page replacement is done with the help of algorithm, so that the performance increases. The page replacement algorithm needs to be properly chosen. If it is chosen, the performance is proper. Actually, it is increased. So the victim should not be. The victim is nothing but whichever page is replaced, that is called as victim. The victim should not be always the same pages. So those things has to be taken care by the operating system before replacing those pages. And it will use a modify bit. What is modify bit? It is otherwise called as dirty bit. That is, only the pages which needs modification, those pages will not be replaced. All other pages will be replaced. So that is identified with the help of the dirty bit. If the modify bit is 1, that needs some modifications to be done. So it is identified by the operating system. And the need for page replacement. Okay, when the page replacement algorithm needs to be done by the operating system, in which situation it will invocate that page replacement algorithm that has been given in this diagram. So logical memory for user 1 is given load M, and it is checked with the page table for user 1. The M is not available, it is available in physical memory, load M, it is in the frame 4. If you check, it has been given it as valid bit. That means the M is available in physical memory, and it will find the frame number as 4, and it will take the M and it will process its execution. In logical memory for user 2, it is asking for B, but you can see in this diagram B is available only in the backing store. So it will check the page table, the B is not here, it is invalid, the bit is invalid now. Therefore it needs to replace some page in the physical memory, because the physical memory is full now. In the last diagram it has been empty, but in this diagram it has been given as completely, it is overloaded. So it needs to take one page out and it needs to place that B page into the physical memory. So it is going to choose one page. So this is the situation, the OS needs to replace the page. And what are the steps basically used for page replacement? First, it will find a location for the page replacement, and after that it will check whether if there is a free frame. If there is a free frame, that will be used. If there is no free frame, it will use an algorithm to find any victim, any page which is not used for a longer time, and it will replace that page. So the desired page will be taken as a new, taken into a new free frame, and the page tables will be updated and the process is restarted. That has been given here. So page table is there. The first step is swap out the victim page with the help of the algorithm, because the OS doesn't find any free frame. So it needs to swap out the victim page with the help of the algorithm. So F is the victim page that is swapped out, and after that the second step is it needs to be changed. The table needs to be resetted to invalid, because already it would have been F as the frame number, but now it is not there. So therefore it needs to be changed the bit to I, invalid. And the third step is whichever pages needs to be swapped in from the backing storage into physical memory, that means it is needed for execution now. So that is swapped into the physical memory, and again the page will be resetted with the bit V. That means the page has been replaced. And some of the algorithms have been used by the operating system for replacing. That means the main motto is lower page fault rate should be there. So those algorithms will be chosen. So we will see how it is choosing the page fault rate, how it is checking the page fault rate as lower, and how it is referencing a string as victim. So we will see in this in all these diagrams. So this is a graph of a page fault rate. So whenever the number of frames get increased, you could see the page faults get decreased. That means physical memory space needs to be more, then only the page fault will be less, otherwise it will be more. This has been given in this graphical representation. And the first algorithm is first in first out algorithm. So in this algorithm you are going to see some reference strings like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those reference strings are called as pages. We are going to take it as an example. Those are called as pages, and whichever page is not there, we are going to replace it. And we will be seeing the page fault rates. So we will see this in this diagram. So see here, these are the reference string. This has been used. All these are page frames. So totally we have only 3 page frames available in this example. So it will check the first 7. It is not available in the 3 frames. So then it will taken as page fault. Now the page fault is 1, and the 7 will be replaced in the first frame. And after that the second reference string is chosen. What is that? 0. So again it will check whether it is available in the frames. It is not available. Now the page fault is 2, and the 0 will be placed in frames. And after that 1 will be checked. 1 is also not there. Now the page fault is 3, and 1 will be replaced. And again it will check the next reference string is 2, and it is already available 7, 0, 1. 2 is not there. Again it is a page fault. So therefore 4th page fault. And which frame needs to be replaced? According to this FIFO page replacement, first in first out, whichever frame comes first, that needs to be taken out. So what is the first frame which came first among this 701? 7 is the first frame. So 7 will be replaced by 2 now. So instead of 7 you can see here 201, and after that it will check 0. 0 is already available, so there is no page fault. And if you take 3, the next reference string, 3 is also not available, again it's a page fault, it is 5. And which page needs to be replaced? Again it will use the same technique, first in first out, whichever frames comes in first, that needs to be replaced. So after 7, what is the next frame which came in? 0. So 0 will be replaced by 3. Okay, likewise it will replace all the reference strings, and you can find the total number of page faults actually available for this reference string, and the same reference string you can use it for other algorithms also. We are going to use the same reference strings. You can see here, I think you would have understood what is FIFO page replacement, first in first out, whichever frame came first or filled first, that needs to be replaced. And main thing in operating system is B-Lady's anomaly. What is B-Lady's anomaly is the number of page faults get increased whenever number of frames gets increased. Actually what we have seen that according to B-Lady, whenever number of frames gets increased, the page faults will not be increased. That is B-Lady's anomaly, that has been given in this diagrammatic representation. And the next algorithm is optimal algorithm. So the B-Lady's anomaly is available only for first in first out algorithm. And what is optimal algorithm? Second algorithm we are going to use is optimal algorithm. So the replace the page that will not be used for longest period of time. So that means you have to think whichever page is not used for the longest period of time, and those pages are going to be selected as victim for page replacement. So we can see this in this reference string. The same reference string has been used here. So again we are having only 3 frames here, and 701 is there. First it will check 7 is available, no, it is taken as considered as a page fault, and 7 will be updated. After 0 is also not available, again it is taken as a page fault, and 0 will be updated. Again 1 is not available, 1 will be taken as page fault, and 1 is updated, and it will go for the next reference string, that is 2. So there is no space available. 2 is also not available, that's why the page fault rate is now 4. But which frame will be taken as a victim frame for replacing 2. So according to this algorithm, whichever pages are not going to be used for a longest period of time, so you have to check it with the next reference strings. So check here, you have 0 and 1, you check here after 2, 0 we are going to use it immediately after 2, and you can see that 1 will be used after longest period of time only. That's why it is going to you need to check it with the previous reference strings. So the 7 will be the longest period of time it is not used, because 0 we are going to use it very sooner, 1 is also we are going to use it sooner. So 7 has been not used for a longest period of time. So that's why the 7 will be replaced with 2, and it refers 0 is already available, and it will take 3. So which frame will be taken for thing is, it will check whether 2 is now 2 is now only we have replaced, 0 is before 2, and before 0 is before 2, and 1 is 0 is after 2. So therefore 1 is longest period of time we have not used it, so 1 will be replaced with 0. 1 will be replaced with 3. So after that 0 is already available, and 4 is not available, again it's a page fault. So you have to check it before what are the pages already available. 2 is available, 0 is available, 3 is available. Which one is longest period of time it is not used? 2 is longest period of time, 0 is longest period of time we have not used. So therefore we are going to replace 0, and 4 will be placed in that page. So this is called as optimal page replacement. So you have to check before the reference strings in order to replace the algorithms and replace the pages. And the next one is least recently used algorithm. Least recently used algorithm is whichever pages have been used very recently, whichever pages have been used very least recently. Might be some will be used recently, you should not replace it. Least recently used page needs to be replaced. So you have to check here. The same reference string has been used here. 701 is not available, it's a page fault, then 2 needs to be replaced. So it will check which to replace, either 7, 0 or 1. So whichever has not been used for longest, least recently used is 0 is there, 1 is there, and before that only we have used 7, therefore the 7 will be replaced with 2, 0 is there, so there is no page fault, and it will take 3. So it will check 201. So 0 has been used least recently used, and 2 has been least recently used, and 1 has not been used, which has been least recently used, because 0 has been recently used, 2 has been recently used, 1 has been used very least recently. That's why 1 will be taken out and 3 will be replaced. 0 is already available, there is no page fault, and the 4 needs to be replaced. For replacing 4, it will check 203. 0 is immediately before 4 we have used it, 3 immediately before 0 we have used it, and before that 0 is there, and before that only 2 is there. That means least recently we have used 2, therefore the 2 will be replaced with 4. Similarly, it will do the replacement, and after doing all the replacement you will find a page fault. If you compare all the 3, one algorithm will have a least page fault, so that algorithm will be chosen by the operating system for replacing the victim page. And you have some more algorithms, LRU approximation algorithm. So for this we are going to use some reference bit as, which will be set to 1. Whichever page is already referenced, that will be set to 1. So what it needs to do is the operating system will check all the pages one by one. Whichever has been reference bit has been set to 1, that will be taken as a next victim. That means that page will be replaced. That is next victim. So after replacing it, again the validation bit will be converted to 0. That means it can be used for the next time. That is now only we have used it. That's why the reference bit has been transferred to 0. And after that it will check for the reference bit again for 1. So whichever has got that reference bit 1, that page will be the next victim page, and the reference bit will be converted to 0. So this is called as second chance, because already chosen page will be chosen for the second time also. That's why it is called as second chance algorithm, and second chance clock page replacement. Why it has been clock is it will come in the order only. That's why it is clock page replacement algorithm. And the next one is counting algorithm. So counting algorithm is nothing but it uses 2 types in it, depending on the count, number of times the page has been replaced, that has been taken as a count here. And LFU, MFU is the 2 types. LFU is least frequently used and MFU is most frequently used. So least frequently used, the pages with smallest count will be taken for replacement. Suppose a page 10 has been replaced, which has been used for 5 times. A page 7 has been used for 3 times. So in LFU algorithm it will choose only the 7th page, because it is a smallest count. And in MFU algorithm, most frequently used pages will be taken. So most frequently used pages will have a more count, so those pages will be taken as a victim for page replacement. And the next type is priority allocation. So priority, as we all know, you have a higher priority and a lowest priority. So in this priority allocation, a process, if it is not found, means it will select a page according to the lowest priority. Whichever page is having a lowest priority, that will be taken as a victim for the page replacement. So this is according to priority allocation. And whenever you do the replacement, it could be of 2 types. One is global replacement, another one is local replacement. That means global is the process is going to select a victim from more number of process. Whatever process it is having, it is going to select page from all those processes. Then it is called as global process, global replacement. Local replacement is each process selects its own frames only. It is going to select pages, victim page only from its own frame. It is not going to depend on other frames or other process having frames. So global replacement is, suppose OS is having 10 process, the page will be replaced as selected as a victim from all the 10 process, means then it is called as global replacement. Local replacement is a process which uses only its frames to replace, then it is called as local replacement. And the next main thing is thrashing. Thrashing is nothing but a process which is busy in swapping in and swapping out pages. That means what? the pages is not available mostly for that process. That means if the swapping happens again and again for a process, the process cannot complete its execution in a particular time, because it will take time for swapping in and swapping out. So all these are added. If a process is busy, then the process is called the process will be in a process of thrashing now. So this will decrease the CPU utilization, and operating system thinks that it increase the degree of multi-programming. So it will not only concentrate on one process at a time. As it is multi-processing, it will check for the next process to move for execution. So the degree of multi-programming is going to get increased. So if that process also is in thrashing technique, again it will go for the next process. So the degree of programming, multi-programming gets increased. So therefore CPU utilization will be very less, and its performance gets degraded. So the thrashing should not be there always. So that has been given in this diagram. So CPU utilization is given, and degree of multi-programming is given, and the thrashing is happening after that diagram. So that is after that line which comes down. So the thrashing is happening. That's why the degree of multi-programming is very less now. So whenever the thrashing is not happening, so the area where the degree of multi-programming is more, which means thrashing has not happening. And whichever is the area which is less, that means the line is very less to degree of multi-programming, means the OS is busy in doing thrashing, that is swapping has been done for some process. And what is demand segmentation? Demand, like a demand paging, we are going to, we already know that you can even divide a process into segments. So every segment will be divided into pages, and it is stored in frames. So the demand segmentation is the OS will check for a particular segment is asked by the user. If it is not available in the memory, then it needs also use the same technique or same algorithm for replacing the pages. And demand, why it has been called as demand segmentation is the segmentation is not available now, and it is asked only when it is needed. So even the segments can also be placed in the secondary storage device, and whenever needed we can call it. That's why it is called as demand segmentation. Again we can say it as a, like page fault, we can say it as a segment fault. If the segment is not available, we can say it as a segment fault. So that's all with virtual memory. So the virtual memory can be able to be activated or invoked with the help of this demand segmentation and demand paging technique. So the same algorithm is used for demand segmentations also, page replacement algorithms. Likewise, it is called as segment replacement algorithm. So whenever it is used for segments. Thank you.